All right. Hello, everyone. Today we're going to review the program that's available right now online. This is the analytical tool that allows quick, interactive interpretation and viewing of the Houston real estate market. I'll just show you some simple tools available in this program, and literally in 5 minutes, you'll be able to learn all the possibilities of this software and start using it for the needs that you may have. This is how the program loads, so you can have it in the dark mode. You can go here, choose the light mode. I prefer dark, so just leave it here. The left toolbar is where you're going to find a lot of the filters that you're going to be using in the beginning. The first one is the polygon that you want to use. For now, we have subdivisions, and those are the smallest units that's available in the program. This program is still in development, and we keep adding more and more features, and the number of subdivisions is keep growing too, so you will see much more data as you keep visiting this program. You can also find here the zip codes, the elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools. So as I said, subdivisions is the smallest unit, so it's the finest scale. So you probably want to stick to this one for now. The next filter is going to be your schooling filter. So if you want to see the properties that fall within certain schools with the certain ratings, for example, in elementary, we want to set up at least B-. In the middle school, we want to set up at least B+, and then high school, we want A-. So what you can see on the map, it's filtered out the properties that fall outside of the school area, school zones, with the ratings below your setup ratings. And so now you have much clearer view of what exactly you want to study, which areas you want to concentrate on, and so on and so forth. So we'll bring everything back to no filter just to show how everything else works. You have also the property filters, and that will basically filter out the transactions based on the number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, the size of the house, and also the sales price and the rental price. One thing to mention that this software not only includes the transactions that were conducted for sale purposes, but also for the rental purposes. And that gives people more chances to study not only the market for sale, but also for rent, and analyze some investment opportunities within the area. The time period is another important filter. As default, it's set up at 5 years. There's a good reason you want it for the longer period. You can actually go for the old data, and right now the old data includes 6+ years. Or you can go for the shorter period of time, which will include 30 days, 90 days, and 6 months. And those data would be more useful if you want to study the market right now. If you want to see how the market or historical market changes, then of course you want to stick to the longer period of time. You can also search by address and select certain home that falls in the selected attribute, or sorry, not attribute, but the polygon. And that could be subdivision, could be zip code, the schools, and so on and so forth. Or you can just search by the zip code. Let's say if we type, as you can see, I already had some, and we'll click find, and it highlights the subdivisions within the zip code 77450. As we here, let's just see what's available to us. So once this selection is done, you can generate the graphs. The graphs here would show you the metric that you selected and the changes with the time. Again, the time is also selected in the time period section. And as we show the old data, that would be all data available up to the latest, the last month, the latest transaction that was in the last month. This is why you want to have the longer period so that you have a lot of data for the program to calculate and build a prediction on how the prices or any other attribute or metric is going to change with time. And then the lowest one would show you what's the distribution of the houses built in different time periods, right? So, for example, from 2000 to 2004, you can see that we only have, let's just highlight that, you have 21%, and then 24% is built between 95 and 99, and then the rest is just divided between different years. Okay, we can clear the selection. There's several ways you can do that. You can do it by just clicking here. You can also, if you click instead of generate, click clear selection. That will also remove that. The next important thing that you can select here is the metric, and that would show you the sales price, the rental price, median sales price per square foot, median rental price per square foot, and the median rent to sale ratio is very important metric that I use a lot, and that's especially important for investors. There's some other things like appreciation rate, rental days on market, the sales days on market. Just going back. HVA fees and the tax rates and the scores for the school zones. So a lot of metric information that you can look at. Again, leave us feedback. Let us know what you think, or if you want to add anything. If we find it valuable, we'll definitely work on that. Last but not least is the color palette, where you can select the colors, color scale that or color bar that you prefer. And as default, it's set to spectral. I find it the most useful one. You can see how it looks in here. Goes from the bluish colors to the reddish colors. And that's what I want to see on the sales price, for example. But I can also highlight the areas where the prices may be too high. For example, I'm interested in something that starts at 200,000 and goes up to 1.5 million or so, and I start seeing the areas where the houses may be more expensive. No surprises, we see more expensive houses located closer to downtown area. We can also, again, this is for the old median values for all data, which is 6+ years. We can look by just the most recent transactions, and that will be a little bit different picture. Here we have a lot of blank spots just because we don't have any transactions done in this area for the last 6 months, at least nothing registered in MLS system. So again, we can play with this scale to set it up to the numbers we're interested in. We can also change the opacity, and that's pretty much it, what we have on the sidebar. Something else I would like to show you, it's the selection toolbar and information toolbar available on the top of the map. So we have to scroll a little bit up, and here you can see the information bar. this is basically the summary of all the selections, all the filters that you work with or you select on the left sidebar. And if you want to work with certain areas, you can always use the select tool, which is the first one would be just the individual selection, where you can select one polygon at a time, or you can select multiple ones with the tools like box, which draws the box on the top, selects all of them. You can clear that, select lasso. I like lasso a lot, use it a lot too, which selects a lot of polygons at the same time. Now, if we don't like any of these polygons, we want to exclude them from selection. We check the multi-select button, and let's just go back and draw it again. And now with the select button, we can go to each individual polygon, click on it, deselect it, and then maybe add some others that were not selected before. Once this is done, we can just then click the generate button. And why it says generate click selection is because if you click it the second time, it actually clears the selection. So what on the top, you'll see that the boundary we used is subdivisions, the metric is sales price, and the period that we chose, the time period, is between March 31st, 2021, all 5 years, all the way to March 31st, 2026. This shows the total number of transactions that were conducted throughout this time, and also the number of polygons that were selected. And again, based on these selections, you can see some of the graphical information that relates to these transactions. After that, you can again just click Clear Selection, and this will go to the initial stage. So that would be it for now. Please leave us feedback. The easiest way to get there is just to click this button here, and we will review all your suggestions, any feedback, maybe something that you want to change, and we'll try to implement it as soon as possible. Please enjoy the app, and happy real estate analytics. Bye-bye.